Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary.
Stop doing, start being. Have you ever noticed that the more you try to do, the less you get done? The reason is that doing requires evaluation and activity of the physical level, on the physical level. The physical part of us is limited by perception and personality. Our perception tells us what we can do, can't do, will do, won't do, and what others think, will think, do, or say about what we're doing. Doing is an intellectual exercise. The more we value our intellect, the more we think we must do. The key is to stop doing and start being. We must accept our goodness right where we are and stop thinking of it as something we must wait to get. Whatever it is you want to be is waiting for you. You can be healthy, organized, love, I can't say that word, fulfilled, and free without doing anything. It begins with a single thought and a simple statement. I like that one. Yay! Yay! You have to stop doing and just being. Stop doing and start being. And the word was prosperous. But when I got to it, I drew a blank because I just read this. And so I kind of like flubbed the word. So that's where it is. It was prosperous. Hey y'all, we're here.
You know what you just read put me in the mind of, like a lot of people every time they go somewhere they snapping all these pictures and stuff instead of being in the moment.
Ooh, that is a really good example.
Right? And
yes.
Enjoying where you are and just taking in that moment instead of taking pictures where you can't even enjoy it.
Right. Yeah. And we experienced that when we went to the Jill Scott concert a couple of years ago. It was so many cameras up in the air recording what's going on, and they're not even enjoying the concert they paid for.
Exactly.
You going to go and look back at something that you were actually there? you were there.
And then you go say, oh, I don't remember that song.
Uh-huh.
Did she say that?
Right. Yep. So, start being. Stop. What is it? Stop doing. Stop being in the moment and just doing stuff and just be there.
Just be there in it. Just take it all.
Take it in. That's how I remember things. I'll take pictures of stuff, and I will sometimes will never post the pictures that I took because I remember the feeling that I had when I was there. So that is my picture. Like I'm like, oh, I had a really great time, and I remember this and who I was with and what I was doing and this, that, whatever. So that's what I remember. And then I'll see the picture like months later, and I'll be like, oh, I forgot I took a picture. I took a picture. Oh, okay. But I don't go post it because it's too late. I forgot. But the feeling stays with me. The feeling stays with me. Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Just Being Me podcast. We want to thank you for tuning in last week and tuning in this week. We want to say, I already said that. I just said all that in one. So please, I already said that. Don't say it again. Please continue to spread the word to your friends and your family about our podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addicts, and Amazon Music under podcasts. All right, y'all. I'm just going to jump right into our weekend.
What you do this weekend?
Mary, what did you do this weekend?
Okay, what did I do this weekend? Oh, Margot, what didn't I do? I don't even remember what I did this weekend. What did I do? I don't think I did anything this weekend. Did I do anything this weekend? No.
No.
I can't remember. I had to go, this is a quick story. my dog, he threw up.
Oh.
And it was early in the morning. It wasn't even 4. It was like almost 4. And I heard him making this noise, And so he had jumped off the bed and he was on the other side of the bed and he had like threw up on my carpet. And so I'm like, oh Lord, And so I got up and cleaned up and everything. And I said, okay, so I'll shampoo the carpet tomorrow. Got back in the bed and everything, girl. Got ready to shampoo the carpet, right? I got a shampooer. Margot, I went to take the nozzle off. Where you put the solution in the water? Girl, I broke that thing in half.
Oh.
I broke the nozzle off in half.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I was trying to get it off. It was stuck, and I was trying to, get it off. And so I took it, and I went and put some super glue on it, let it sit for a couple of hours, came back, put the solution in there, screwed it on there, and went in my room. As soon as I walked in and turned that sucker on, the water just started coming out. I'm like, oh my God. I took it off in a hurry. I just took that whole tank thing off. I'm like, okay, fine. Long story short, I'm like, I have to go buy me another cleaner, right? So I went to look for a cleaner, Margot. My cleaner is a Bissell, right? And I had it for a while. I know I had it for a long time. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't remember paying $200 for it. I'm just going to be honest. It was not $200. Margot, there is not a carpet cleaner in
$200.
It under $200.
Ooh.
Today, okay? Margot, I was between, a rock and a hard place because I had to get me a carpet cleaner.
Right.
And so I just, I bought the carpet cleaner. And I bought the $15 solution.
Ooh.
I did. And I'm just like, wow. See, if I had known that these carpet cleaners
it's going to be so expensive.
Are this expensive these days, I would have probably took my time trying to take that cap off.
Right.
We go down that aisle. I don't go down that aisle.
No, never.
I don't need a vacuum. I don't need a carpet cleaner. I have those things. Margot, I was like, these people, man, they making money.
Right.
$15 on a thing of solution? For real? Oh, Jesus. I'm like, okay. But they had me. They got me. I took one for the team. I bought it.
Right.
I bought it. And they had some down there for $300 and they had some for $400.
Wow.
I got a $200 one. Like, I only have 2 rooms with carpet, and those are my 2 bedrooms. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a $400 or $300, machine that I don't clean carpet, but what? Every 2 years, every 3 times a year.
Right.
Please, no. I was not ready for that. But I was like, I gotta. You know how to get you.
Yeah.
You gotta get it.
Great.
I don't remember doing anything else. I was just kind of looking around. I was thinking about buying something, but I'm just still thinking about it. But I didn't do anything this weekend. Really, just got me a carpet cleaner. What about you? What'd you do this weekend?
I worked at the kitchen both days, Saturday and Sunday. But I also went to go support 2 of my comedian friends and sis Saturday and Sunday. So on Saturday, I went to the Comedy Chateau. They were having a comedy show that was a fundraiser for, I think it's called Mom Hugs. It was part of the LGBTQ community. And it's this lady. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. But she's like, she supports the LGBTQ community, and it's called Mom Hugs or something like that, like hugs. And the host, he was cool, and all the way to the end, he obviously most of the people. It was called Straight-ish Show. Oh, okay. So some people were gay, some people were not, some people were straight. But the host was definitely gay. He was a white guy, long curly hair. He looked like a decent Weird Al Yankovic. Like he had really curly, pretty hair. He He had heels on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was his nails painted? Did he have his nails done?
Has nails done and everything. So he was cool. Like, he was a great host. But when he got to the end of the show, he shouted out about Dave Chapelle and saying that we're canceling him and blah, 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 whatever. And that's when I was like, okay, here we go. Like, why you chose this opportunity? Because, you know, you're amongst your people and you feel like, okay, let me, you know, say this against Dave Chapelle, whatever.
But wait a minute, you're a comedian. It seemed like you would understand.
Exactly. So I was just like, ugh, boo for you. You know, you were funny or whatever, but you could have left that other part out. Well, my friend Devin, the one that I went to go see, she sent me an article.
Oh, I remember Devin.
Yeah, Devin.
Mm-hmm.
She did my shows a couple of times when we had Hey Y'all Comedy. This morning she texted me a article that she was a part of, and it was called, I'm looking for her text. It's called What LGBTQ plus Comedians Really Think of Dave Chappelle Netflix Special. And guess who was a part of that article? The host. Yes. And so was Devin. Devin was also asked about about it, and you know, she did not have a problem with it. She said it was funny, and then she pointed out to me, she said, if you want to see what an angry host had to say, he's in the article. The guy is in the article as well. And she said that he never watched the show.
I'm sure. You know, I was going to ask you, did he even watch the show?
No, he was going off of what the media was saying about it. Yep. So I'm like, see, that's what the problem is, and we'll get into it in our let's talk about it. But that's what the problem is. People go off of what other people say, and you don't go look for it. Go look at it yourself to have your own opinion to say why you like it or not.
Form your own opinion.
Yes, that's what we did. We reported it last week because shout out to y'all that didn't like it. Y'all was all the advertisement that he needed. Because I didn't even know it was and I watched Netflix all day long.
We had no clue.
No clue that it was he even had a show until y'all just got all pennies in a bunch and wanted to start talking. And then we
he said, let's watch it, Mary, and then we'll come back and talk about it next week.
Yep. Yep. So we'll talk about it and let's talk about it. But her show was good. And then I went to my Comedy Sis and Wanda show at the J Spot on Sunday, and she does a clean and crazy comedy show, and it was really nice. I went there about, that was my rant. Okay, I not that show, but something about before that happened before that show. I have to rant about that. But that show was really good. She always have really great comics. It was a clean show. She starts on time, which I really love, and she finished on time. It's a Sunday, so ain't no playing no games on a Sunday. We gonna start, we gonna end, and we done. People got to go to work. So she started and then ended, and she called me like the next day. Yeah, like the next day, a couple of days. And she asked me, she said, the reason why I asked you or invited you to the show is because I want you to see how the lady who was the co-host, how that went, because I want you to co-host the next show. I was like, oh my God. I was like, well, of course, we all know that I'm not a clean comic, and so does she. And she said, I don't even want you to worry about it. She said, I will work with you on your set, so you don't even have to, be afraid. You can do it. You're very funny, and I know that you can do it. So I said, okay, I have your support. I'm not afraid. I just need to work on my clean set, and I'll be fine. So November 14th, I will be co-hosting her Clean and Crazy comedy show at the J Spot. So that was awesome because I haven't really been on stage since the Delta variant hit. Because the comedy venues have not been cleaning their mics.
Yeah, you did say that.
I didn't like it. They don't switch them out no more, and they didn't clean them. But at the show I went to on Saturday, they were exchanging the mic. They were bringing a new mic in and out. The host had his mic, and then the comic switched out the mic. And then at the J spot, they had these little mic covers that look like a little shower curtain. Not a shower curtain, not a shower curtain. What's those thing? Shower cap. Yeah, it looked like a little blue shower cap, and they put it on top of the mic. I said, I like that. So they gave each comic that little thing, and then they put it on top of there, and then they said. I said, okay, that's cool. I feel comfortable doing that. I feel comfortable. So that's all I did this weekend. I had a really good time. The food was awesome. So I went by myself both times. I went Saturday by myself, and I went Sunday by myself. On Saturday, I had bacon and mushroom risotto. Oh my God. It was so good. I mean, I scraped my plate. I don't care whoever might be eyeballing the way that I'm eating this food. I swear for God, I'm going to eat every piece of rice off of this plate. Because it's good. I am not fronting. I'm not going to leave a little bit, let me leave a little bit cute, leave a little. No, I ate every single bite of my risotto. Okay? It was so good.
That's what you pay for. You eat it.
I ate every bit. And then at the J spot, they had, if you get there during the happy hour, so I got there during the happy hour because J spot parking sucks. Like, I was going to take an Uber, but I left early enough to get there, be there during the happy hour, so I was able to get, because you got to do the 2-drink minimum there. But they have like a special that during happy hour, it's like 2 drinks for, I forgot what it was. They gave me my 2 drinks. I got a mango margarita. She said I can bring you both drinks out, 1 and 2, or I can put the 2 in one big glass. And I said, well, I'll just take the one big glass. That's fine. And I'll just sip on that. So she brought the 1 glass out. They had some chicken wings with some French fries, chicken wings. I had lemon pepper. They was so good. So good. And the fries had some Parmesan. It's a truffle fries. It had some Parmesan cheese on it. Those were good. So I'm sitting there drinking and on my tall glass, and I'm like, cool. Why she come and put another glass? As I was like getting down to the bottom of my glass, she put another glass on my. I was like, I thought this was like it, but okay.
What? So she did double your treat?
She did, but I guess she had some left over. And so she put it in the other glass and brought it to me. I was like, okay, well, I was finished this one. I'll put that one over there, and then started drinking on the other one. It's like,
that was nice of her to do that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, because I thought this was it. I was like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
So it was fun. I had a really good time. Really, really good time. All right, let's jump into. Let's talk about it. Okay. So as we were just talking about Dave Chapelle, so I found some more information on the Shade Room, my favorite. So there's some transgender employees at Netflix, that are planning to do a walkout on October 20th to protest the stand-up special, because the big bosses over there are saying we're standing behind our decision to air his show, and we're good. So if you want to go, then you can go. I'm sorry. So his name is, let me see, he's a co-CEO. His name is Ted Sarandos. And he said in a memo, partially what it said in the memo, I want to follow up the closer Dave Chappelle latest special, as several of you have reached out following QBR asking asking what to say to your teams. It never feels good when people are hurting, especially our colleagues, so I wanted to give you some additional context. You should also be aware that some talent may join third parties in asking us to remove the show in the coming days, which we are not going to do. Dave Chapelle also previously responded and stated, "If this is what being canceled is like, I love it." I don't blame him. I do not blame him one bit.
And you know what? Don't tell us who to counsel.
No.
I'm tired of them telling us how to counsel our people, but they're not counseling anybody. We are not counseling him. That was comedy. As far as I'm concerned, I enjoyed the whole show. And I watched it twice.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the show. He said nothing out of line. You know, like you and I were discussing. I mean, he said ninja a whole bunch of times.
But ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton ain't saying nothing.
Nope.
You know what I mean? The only person that's saying something is the LGBT whatever community. He said something about the Jews.
Right.
You know? So I don't understand.
Yeah.
What is the problem? You know, I think they make a problem. You know, like the gentleman you talked about, he hadn't even seen the show, and he's just commenting on it. You know, the bottom line is, Dave Chapelle, as far as I'm concerned, he's a very intelligent guy. He knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? And trust me, Netflix knew exactly what he was going to say before they even put it up there.
Yes.
For anybody else to see. So they were going to back him because they already wrote the man a check.
Yeah.
So they know who he is, and they know about his past and how, you know, the LBGT XYZ or whatever. Sorry, I don't mean any disrespect. You know, I ain't got to apologize.
Right. Okay.
The bottom line is they knew, you know, about Dave when they asked him to come and do these shows.
Right.
I mean, they knew the history. They knew about how that community stayed on him about everything and picked on him continuously. And they said, we're going with the guy, like it or not.
Yeah.
And all that counseling and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, you guys. We're not counseling everything because you guys think we should.
Right.
When we ask you guys to counsel things, you guys don't counsel things. I mean, when something else is going on, you guys don't even come over here and jump on nobody else's bandwagon. So you guys know we're not counseling anything. I'm sorry. As far as I'm concerned, Dave Chapelle is a great comedian, and they need to leave him alone. Yeah, they need to leave him alone. He's making his money. You know, stop hating.
Yeah, he didn't incite nothing that he did in his set. Did he incite violence? He did not say, let's go hang all of the transgenders. F them. You know, he didn't say nothing out of the ordinary. He talked about his experiences and stuff that may have happened, and he made it funny. Like, he made a joke out of some stuff. He even said that he would have put his little ding dong in the glory hole and let somebody suck it on the other side of the wall. So how is he transphobic? Like, why? How is he not? I mean, I don't get the logic. Nobody has been able to explain to me what part of his hour and some change set really just.
And you know what? Here's the thing. If you trans or the LBGT community, whatever, if they're really upset and they work over at Netflix, you know, and they talk about they walking out, no, don't walk out. Give me your resignation.
Yeah, leave. Bye.
Give me your resignation, just because this is who we are.
Yeah,
and this is not going to be the last time we do this either.
Yeah.
So if it really bothers you that much, quit.
And you know what? The co-CEO brought up a good point in this other article that was on the Shade Room. He said, we know that a number of you have been left angry, disappointed, and hurt by our decision to put Dave Chappelle's latest special on Netflix. Adults can watch violence, assault, and abuse, or enjoy shocking stand-up comedy without it causing them to harm others. So what you seeing, just because, look at all of the stuff that they put on there, all the violence, all the stuff where women are being beaten, doing all this other stuff. That's okay. That's okay. You're not going to cancel that, right? You're going to stay there, working there, and you know that's what they put out there. That's fine. But this guy is doing a stand-up comedy, and you want him to silence himself. That's another thing. In comedy, I I seen TMZ had caught up with Damon Wayans, I believe.
Oh
Yes,
yes, man.
Yeah, and he said he put it like in the context of Dave Chapelle freed the slaves, and then there was like, free the slaves, what do you mean? He said he is a comedian that don't care, pretty much, and he said what he had to say, and he's telling other comedians, say what's on your heart, say what you feel, because that's what comedy is. Comedy is say what you feel. It's comedy offends people.
Right.
Comedy is funny. Comedy sometimes may not be funny to some people. Then don't watch it. You have an opportunity to change the channel. If it's something that hits you, I'm not going to sit there and watch a white comedian sit up there and be like, fuck these niggas. And these niggas dig a nigga. You know it's comedians that's out there that's doing that shit. But do you think that I'm going to sit there and listen to them and be like, ha ha ha, that's funny? No, that's not my type of comedy. So I'm going to change the channel. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm not going to listen to a comedian that's like, fuck women, fuck them bitches, this. I'm not going to listen to that. That's not my kind of comedy. But somebody like it. Somebody like it and they're going to listen to it. So if this is not your kind of comedy because he talks about transgender, turn the channel. Nobody's forcing you. The closer, Dave Chappelle stand up did not come on every single channel. It wasn't simulcast. It wasn't came up on every screen on your computer. You weren't forced to watch it. So, what's the problem, people? Change the channel and stop being little bitches. Period.
The problem is, and I'm just going to take a play out of his playbook. Remember in his stand-up, he said, "Can gay people be racist?" That's why I am racist.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
That's the problem.
Ugh. They just, I can't. So, Dave Chapelle.
Like he said, well, who is he? Well, why is he going to, he said, what did he say in there? I'm that man that left $50 million on the bus and turned to Rant.
Right.
That's what he said.
And that's what he did.
That's who I am.
Yeah. So, take it or don't take it. I really don't give a, is what he's saying.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I love that man. I swear.
He
up there, as far as I'm concerned, with Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy.
Right.
I'm done.
Right.
Hands down. I'm done.
Right.
I mean, I always like Dave Chapelle. I follow his comedy. I think he's funny as hell. I get it. And I've been getting it. But I just think he's one of the top three. I think he's not afraid.
Right.
He's telling the truth.
Right.
He's telling the truth.
He is. And he's telling his truth, is his experience, is his situation, his whatever. We can
relate to that.
We can relate. Yes. He's not saying anything like I said, he's not saying anything to incite a riot or incite going to go burn up transgender people or going to go do anything to a transgender. It's just not what's happening, and that's the way you guys are presenting it. And it's like he just went up there to crucify people, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything like that because I wouldn't support nothing like that. And Dave Chapelle, the comedian that we know he would never do anything like that. He would not. So that's why I'm like, what are y'all talking about? What? We gotta watch this. So we watched it. She watched it twice. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I watched it twice, and I may watch it again this weekend.
Right.
But yeah, I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
I'll be watching it all the time.
I'm like, I didn't find anything wrong with that at all. Nothing. Sorry. Didn't. Talk to LGBTQ plus people, and they didn't find nothing wrong with it either. So, I don't know what y'all seen or whatever. I don't know. If somebody want to explain it to me so I can get it, please explain it to me. Because right now I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't. So, that's that. Wendy Williams will not be returning back to her show on the 18th, so it will be airing on the 18th, next Monday. But she won't be there. They're saying that she is still making progress, but she's experienced some serious complications that is direct result of Graves' disease and her thyroid conditions. So she needs to be off a little bit more. So they're going to have fill-ins for her until either she can come back. I don't think she's coming back. I really don't. I think that they are trying to find another talk show person to fill that hour, which is sad, because she had to go off like that. You know, she went off on her regular season. She was fine on well, she was kind of started acting weird again, and I'm like, what? Wendy, what's going on? Wendy, what's happening? But yeah, and then she had got COVID, and then now she's still not doing well. So I will pray for her. And
yeah, and you know, I just want to say that COVID is nothing to shake a stick at. And the reason I say that is because that COVID could have really, really, you know, did some damage,
yeah,
you know, more damage to her than, you know, the normal person, because she already had Graves' disease.
Right.
So, you know, you got to be careful when you have underlying conditions, and, you know, and then you get something like COVID, because sometimes, you know, you don't bounce back, you know, as fast, or sometimes it messes up what you already have, and you know, and you can, you know, it's just a tougher comeback, you know, and it's very unfortunate. That's why we want you guys to get vaccinated, and you know, because you never know what somebody else is suffering from, and they really don't need COVID. Right. You know what I mean? And a lot of doctors and researchers say that they have a lot of people that have gotten COVID, and now they're coming back, and a lot of things are wrong with them. They have problems with their liver, problems with their lungs, all kind of things, you know. So you just have to be really careful, you guys. It's just so important, because, you know, she had Graves' disease, but getting that COVID did not help that at all. Trust me.
Not at all.
And I feel bad for her. I really feel bad for her.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope, you know, she gets well, and if she feels up to it, come back. If not, you know, hell, she had a hell of a run.
She had a hell of a run. She just, you can bow out, and, you know, you don't have to come back. Just, you know, take care of yourself.
Exactly. That's all we want. Just you know, get healthy. Get healthy.
So, she won't be back. And then, you was talking about the Raiders coach. He resigned.
Speaking of racist.
Talking about racist.
Yeah, the Raiders coach, he resigned. What had happened was there was a big investigation, and they were investigating the Washington football team. Washington. They were investigating their offices and stuff, because there have been complaints and lawsuits about their culture over there. It's crazy, right? So they were investigating them, and lo and behold, they came across some emails. Those emails involve the Raiders coach. And so he was doing the sending.
Okay.
And so they took a look at them, and it was, I think it was, I want to say 5 different people. Some of them weren't even football people, but some of them were big executives.
Okay.
And a couple of them were football people or whatever. But President Clinton, too, has been hospitalized here for a blood infection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I wanted to say that. I didn't have a chance to write that down, but I saw that this afternoon. But so what happened was they came across these emails, and they were homophobic, they were racist, and very sexist. And he talked about everybody, even that head, the guy over the NFL, what's his name?
Oh.
What is his name? The one that was so mad at Kaepernick. I forgot his name. Girl, talked about him in the email.
Ooh.
Talked about him in the email. Yeah, and so they were going to, it was so bad. And listen, here's the thing I found out too. They knew about these emails for a little bit. It just came out though to us. They knew about him. Okay.
Wow.
They found out a while ago.
Of course.
Okay. And then I guess they were like kind of bargaining, trying to figure out, this guy going to resign? What are you going to do? Do we need to continue to kick this can, or do we snatch him up and say, look, this is what you need to do? You know what I mean? So I think they kicked the can long enough and just said, you got an ultimatum here, dude, because if you don't resign now, we're going to terminate you. That's what I think happened. Because he talked about everybody from the top all the way down. He talked about black players. He talked about, one guy, and this guy was from NFL office. He wasn't even a player.
Mm-hmm.
He said something about his lips. It was a black guy. He said something about his lips. It was mean-spirited stuff. The guy did have a problem. The people that he sent the emails to had a problem.
Right.
They had with everything. But what I want you to keep in mind is this is one of the highest paid coaches.
Wow.
It's been around for a long time. And it's so funny because when I think about the Raiders, I think about black folks and Hispanics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They love the Raiders.
They do.
But see, this is why, I don't like football. I stopped watching football with that whole Kaepernick thing.
Yeah.
There was something to what he was saying. You know what I mean? And I kind of felt like if we stood together or whatever, they would make some changes. If we didn't buy tickets, if we didn't even watch them on TV, but, black folks, they can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do, especially in the South, the sports is so big, especially football.
Yeah,
So they wasn't going to really stop it or whatever and stuff like that. But they they breed these kids from when they're small. They go to these high schools. They make them all these promises and stuff and say, you're going to do this and you're going to do that. They pay them pennies. They don't even make as much money as the NBA. They don't have a good retirement plan like the NBA does or anything.
Right.
Okay? But anyway, so they go and pay these coaches and everything and these recruiters, and they bring these black guys in there because they're good and they're fast and they're strong or whatever, but they don't give a damn about them. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Never have.
Yeah.
And if you notice, there's always these things that's happening to these young guys that come out on these teams and stuff like that because they don't help mature them at the rate that they should. They don't have people taking care of them and looking out for them or whatever. All they do is rub money underneath their nose and dangle the golden carrot.
Yep.
And these guys, they just get beside themselves. Oh man, you could buy a car, man, you could buy your family house. They're pushing all this stuff on these people, and these people can't handle it because they still have immature minds. They never take the time to help them grow and, get some good accountants and stuff like that. Everybody is trying to get a piece of their money.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about them.
No.
And the sooner that our men and our children realize that, the better they're going to be able to walk away and find something else to do. Because then too, when they had this, I just hate to get on this rant, but they had this, I forgot what it was called. When you have so many concussions and stuff like that, there's something
have
that
the
happens to
disease.
your head.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And in football, you know what the football league said? That ain't true. We ain't going for it. But guess what we found out? They were not going for it for all the black people, but the white people, they were accepting it. Every time a case came across their table with a white man, they accepted it.
Right. He had that. Yeah.
They said no. They don't give a damn about you guys.
No.
And they need to understand that. But everybody think, oh, you know what? My kid's going to be this. My kid's going to be pro this. They're going to be pro that. Be careful what you tell your kids. You know what I mean? Because it's not always good.
Right.
And now I found out this morning, that, there is a guy on the team that is bisexual.
Okay.
And so, they let them play openly in sports and stuff now. And, there's not supposed to be no retaliation or whatever against them because of, their preference. But anyway, now the team is mad at him. Why is the team mad at him? Why is the team mad at him? He didn't say nothing. He didn't send no emails.
Right. By the way.
It wasn't for him being a bisexual or whatever. Everything. No. He was homophobic, but he was racist and he was sexist too.
Right.
You're forgetting something. But you know what? You guys are jumping on this bisexual man Because you guys feel the same way your coach did.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just ain't found your emails yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is that a man like that feels that way about homosexuals and that is racist and that is sexist has no business running a football team.
Right.
At all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. They use them men, especially black men, as cattle.
Yep.
They put you in the mind of a slave and a plantation owner.
Right.
That's what it does for me. That's why I don't watch football.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it does for me.
Mm-hmm.
Our men are too silly to understand it.
Right.
Too silly to understand it. You got to go to these white schools, these top 10 white schools and stuff like that before they notice you. We got so many HBCUs. Why ain't our men over there?
Mm-hmm.
Go recruit them from over there and get that school some money.
Right.
You know what I mean? They help you so much they're gonna think like her. But they not gonna support that black school.
Nope.
Where you come from.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That high school you came from, you was in the hood. How come they can't support the HBCU,
mm-hmm.
the colleges?
Mm-hmm.
They come and send the scouts to the high schools and stuff like that, all in the hood, because that's where you get your fast black kids from.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where do they find those those basketball players and stuff like that? They used to go to the park all the time and find them playing street ball.
Right. And then they scout them and they follow them. They follow them in high school. They follow them through college. And then when the right opportunity to pounce, they do it.
Girl, I have a girlfriend in Riverside right now. Her grandson, Denham. Her grandson has been scouted since junior high school. Junior high school. Okay, he's still being scouted. And he's traveling the United States.
Wow.
Right now. And I mean, since junior high school. I'm just like, oh my God. You know, and that's what they do. They don't give a fuck about him, though. No. But his grandparents tell him that all the time. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Don't sign nothing yet. Be careful.
Yeah.
Make sure you talk to your mother and father. Keep everything on the up and up. Keep it. And they do some traveling with them. I know his stepfather does traveling with them and everything like that, because these mothers and fathers got to protect their children.
Right.
You know, they have to protect their children. And I'm just saying that it's really sad what the football league does to our men.
Right.
It's what they do to our men, and it's horrible. It's horrible. And that man, I'm so glad, you know, they put him up on pedestal, they give him all this money. He's the biggest racist, you know what I mean, homophobe, and he's the one that's getting the most money.
Right. Ugh, that's just so disgusting.
Culture. That is the NFL's culture.
Right.
I have to try to tell everybody that, but nobody would listen. So they think that they're bringing Jay-Z. That's going to make everybody, okay, they not praying this bullshit.
Right,
He's
right.
on a cover, and he's still a cover.
Yep.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
They're just trying to pacify us so we can continue buying the tickets and watching the games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jay-Z, you know what? Go ahead and get your brothers and stuff down here for this, for the Super Bowl. We're going to let you do it the way you want to. Bring all your black friends and stuff. And then that's why we got Mary J. Blige.
Right.
They're pacifying us.
We got
this man that they was paying these millions to, that they ain't paying you, Jay-Z. All these millions to, they found out that shit was coming out about him being a homophobic, a racist, and a sexist. It was coming out. They said, Jay-Z, go do your shit. Give us the best show. You can bring all your brothers and sisters out there you want to. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
Because we try to make everybody understand we're not this way. You are, and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. You are who you are.
We don't believe you, and fuck you and your football.
Yep. You can have it.
You can have it. You can have it. And then they had the nerve to tell LeBron James, keep dribbling the ball and shut up.
Right.
But you know what? NBA ain't going through no shit like this, I tell you that.
Mm-mm. Nope.
They're not going through this kind of shit. And I bet you they ain't getting no concussions either.
Nope. Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, ooh, Lord. Mm-hmm.
That is so crazy.
I told my daughter, my grandsons,
no
football.
I heard that.
No football. Nope. Let's get something going on their intellect.
Right.
Mm-mm. Let them play some sports. I mean, let them play some instruments. Let them play some chess. You know what I mean?
Right. Just a little like some chess. It's nothing physical.
Okay. That all that. Bullshit.
I heard that.
We are not, and she got to play T-ball. T-ball now. We can do that. We can do the little games and stuff while they're young. But honey, when it gets serious or whatever, that education is more important.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I do not care. I don't care. Mama don't need no house. Mama don't need all that.
Okay.
I want you to be something. That's it. I don't care about nothing else.
No. Not that's gonna beat you all up and then you can't do nothing. You over there because your brains is SpaghettiOs. No.
Exactly. Or you break a leg, and then they want you to come back, and then you feel bad because you can't play, and you feel bad for the team, and they putting pressure on you, and then you go back and break your leg in two different places, and they say, hey, you just can't play no more.
Right, you're done.
There's this big old ass mountain that you can't pay for, and then none of your friends coming, and the coach ain't calling.
Right. Yep.
And you sitting up there on painkillers. Become addicted on pain.
Okay.
Your children leave you, and then you out there on Skid Row.
Yep. And ain't nobody worried about or care about you.
Okay, so these are stories. These are things that happen. You guys. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I'm mad every time I think about that goddamn football.
Yeah.
I can't. They are so racist. It's just ridiculous.
Yep, which is sad.
It's really sad.
And I'm glad when stuff like that comes out because they sit there on their high horse like and out in the open and then behind the back and sending emails and shit, talking other shit.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, look, they jumping up and down, and oh my God, attaboy, and all this kind of stuff. Oh, they're hugging your kids, they're hugging your wife, they're doing all this kind of stuff. But in the back of their mind, all they want to see is that ninja running down there with that brown ball in his form to that goal post.
Yep.
That's what they want. You're their guy as long as you can do that for them, which put money in their pocket.
Exactly.
You can't do it no more. Oh, F that ninja.
Yep.
He wasn't nothing. He's washed out this and that and other.
We can go find somebody else at the park. Right.
You as good as long as you're making them money.
Yep. And when you can't, then you're done. You are done. Ooh,
all we're doing is entertaining them.
Yep. That's it. That's all. So, you had Tiger got arrested. He got arrested?
Yeah, I didn't even, you know what, I don't even follow the guy. But it was all over the news. It said that he actually surrendered because I guess he had a girlfriend, ex-girlfriend or something. They showed a picture of some white chick. And she had a black eye. She had a bruise on her eye and like on her cheek. And she said they got into it and it was a domestic violence charge. And so his attorney called in and said that he would be turning himself in, and he did turn himself in, and they booked him and everything, and he got out on, they did bail or whatever, and he just walked right out. And then in February he's going to be going back to court, going to court.
That's sad.
February.
Very sad. These guys need to figure life out. They really do.
They need to figure it out, and these women need to figure it out too.
Yeah, for sure. Stop it, because Tiger, you taking all of this because it didn't just happen. This been going on, but this was like the final straw. You'd be like, bump these dudes, bump these guys.
Exactly, especially people like that. Girl, please, you're just a flavor of the week.
That's it.
I mean, come on.
And they don't care. And then they do what they do. Just, I don't know. Hopefully she's all right and he gets whatever help he needs. And
he ain't gonna get no help, girl.
No.
He He ain't gonna get no help.
He ain't gonna get no help.
And girl, they gonna try to talk to her, and
And it'll be
find some dirt on her, and
yeah.
they're gonna threaten her, and she gonna drop the charges. She's not gonna show up for court. So
Yep. You gonna pay her off. You gonna get paid off.
Just go over there and sit down somewhere. Okay,
Yep.
we'll take care of you in a minute. Your mama need a new house. What's going on?
Right. You need a car, a house.
You know what?
We got you. Yep. You're right. So, Mark Ridley, Thomas.
Yeah.
I seen that on the news. I was like, what in the world's happening?
Girl indicted on federal corruption charges. It has something to do with something at USC and something.
And his son. It was something with his son. I'm about to look it up. Something that he paid some money, and it has something to do with his son too. Let me see.
Something on the board of USC. Something. I didn't catch it all. He's been on a city council for a long time.
Yes.
How many terms can they do?
Right. That's the problem. They just be like, oh wait. He stepped down. Oh, he stepped down. Okay.
Did he?
Yeah,
they wanted him to.
LA city leaders call for Mark Ridley Thomas to step down after indictment on corruption charges.
Mm-hmm.
It says Ridley Thomas and an ex-dean at USC School of Social Work were indicted in alleged bribery scheme.
Who were they bribing?
Let's see, counsel.
That's getting interesting.
Oh, okay. So they said were indicted on federal corruption charges alleging a bribery scheme in which prosecutors say Ridley Thomas' son received substantial benefits from the university in exchange for politicians' support of contracts while he served on a board of supervisors. Wow. The 20-count indictment filed in L.A. federal courts Wednesday alleges that Ridley Thomas conspired with Marilyn Louise Flynn, who agreed to provide Ridley Thomas' son with graduate school admission, a full tuition scholarship, a paid professorship, a mechanism to funnel $100,000 in Ridley Thomas campaign funds through the university to a nonprofit to be operated by the family member. Wow. Oh. Woo! They got you, dude.
They got him. They got him. They got him.
They got you. They are about to put you in jail. Now, all these other people that been doing this, they've been white people and they bailed out or they, whatever happened and they not in jail right now. But you, Mr. Ridley Thomas, you're going to be in jail.
Don't expect the same treatment.
You're going to be in jail.
Please take that kind of treatment.
Okay.
No.
I'm so sorry
for you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
community
sorry.
service now.
Right.
The feds are going to put you in handcuffs in front of your family while you're sitting there having breakfast. They're going to SWAT team going to be on your front lawn. They're going to put you in a car and you're going to go do some federal time. It's better than it's better than state time, but you're going to do some federal time.
Yeah, you're going to do some federal time, dude.
They're going to railroad your little ass.
Yep.
They're going to railroad you, boo.
Yep. They're going to railroad you. You and your son that look just like him.
No, we're going to look like him.
He do.
They're going to make an example on his little ass.
Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
No, you going to jail.
You going to jail, for real. Because they ain't playing with you. You not them. So, he's going to be going down for his crimes. Well, alleged crimes, or whatever. Yes, so Brock. So Kyrie Irving is not getting a vaccination.
No. And he got $186 million contract.
Okay.
But it's okay. You know what? Because if he don't want to get vaccinated, he don't have to.
No.
And a lot of us don't understand that with all that money on the table. But that's none of our business. Because he understands it. Trust me, because it's his money that's on that table.
Yeah.
So he understands it. And who are we to say, oh my God, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. That's none of our business.
None at all.
That man do not have to get vaccinated. And if this season he's going to be out and they decide not to bring him on next season because he's not getting vaccinated, that is their prerogative.
So be it.
And he can walk away from basketball if he want to, and who cares?
Yep.
You know, money don't mean everything to everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We don't understand it because we don't have money like that.
Right.
So of course, we're going to throw our 2 cents in and say, oh my God, just like the same way we did Dave Chapelle about that $50 million. But you know what? We don't understand it, and it's not for us to understand, and it ain't our money, and it ain't our contract. And if he says, I don't care, I'm not getting vaccinated, and if that means I'm not playing anymore, I'm not playing anymore, so be it.
Yep.
So be it.
Yeah, that's
it's
his
just
prerogative.
Now, I don't think that anybody that works in the post office or anybody that's a school teacher ought to be feeling like, well, he did it and I can do it. But get your money in like his, though, sis.
You need to go to work, okay?
No. You need to get the shot in the booster.
Yeah. You need a job. you need a job.
Okay, because these bills got to get paid.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't just listen to what he's doing and be like, okay, yeah, but be like him. You can't afford to be like him.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't know what kind of investments he had. You don't know how he saved his money or whatever. He gonna be okay. He ain't got to probably work for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
He gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's not saying you will be.
No.
So don't be a fool over what he can do.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be no fool over that now, because your money ain't that long, boo.
No. Not at all.
So just be careful, and there's nothing wrong. I mean, like everybody said, oh, Dave must be on some kind of drugs and stuff like that. So now they're trying to make Irvin like, something wrong with him. He's crazy. He was doing this. That fool ain't crazy. And when it comes to money, everybody always associate, well, that person must be crazy.
Right.
No, they got some good goddamn sense and they can't be bought.
Yep.
That's the situation.
Yep.
And we need more people that stand up like that for something, because if you don't, you fall for anything. And all you guys do is fall for the next fucking dollar.
Yep.
You don't stand on nothing. I'm glad he's standing on something. I'm glad Dave is standing on something. I'm glad Dave is not afraid to say the truth.
Right. Yep.
You know what I mean? Everybody else is hush and don't want to say nothing. But when Trump up there talking shit,
ooh, y'all listening. Y'all listening.
Yeah, they don't have a problem with that. All these Karens out here, they don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if somebody say they not getting a shot and they gonna leave that money on the table or whatever, oh God, something must be wrong here. He got a mental problem.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have a mental problem dribbling that ball up and down that court though.
Right.
But now he got a mental problem?
Right.
No, he's standing for something.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Dave Chapelle stood for something. Right. He got up on the stage, said what he said, and I don't care.
Yeah.
You can shoot 1,000 arrows in my back. I don't care.
I still don't care.
I got my check and I'm standing on what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Now, everybody said he was crazy because he didn't take that $50 million because he got tired of getting fucked. And he said, what you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you can have your $50 million. I mean, even Oprah interviewed him and said, hey, Dave, what happened?
Right.
I didn't take it. I just went to go find out who I am. I took a trip to Africa and I was chilling.
Right. That's it.
And guess what? That did not stop his career.
Not at all. He came back even better. Yeah. Came back even better.
See what happened?
Yep.
See what happened? And then he came back and still making money and still got you guys talking shit about it, and he's still going to the bank.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Still going to the bank. And Netflix, they told you, just like you said, Margot, we ain't canceling shit.
Not at all. We ain't canceling a damn thing.
We ain't canceling nothing. If I had to watch his ass every fucking day to keep them rates going up on Netflix,
I'll do it. Okay. We gonna do it.
I'm tired of y'all anyway.
Yeah.
I'm tired of y'all trying to cancel our folks and call us stupid and crazy because we ain't accepting y'all money.
Mm-hmm.
Or we not doing what you say
what
we are.
you want us to do.
Yeah. Or that carrot that you dangling in front of our face don't look so good no more.
Right. We don't need it.
I can't believe it. And then you go, oh my God, they must be crazy. Okay, why are we gotta be crazy?
Right.
No, what we saying is fuck you and your carrot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I'm just saying, leave that man alone. He ain't crazy. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Let him do what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it's It's the same thing. Kyrie, who is a millionaire, and Joe Blow, who's a teacher. You have a choice. You have a choice to be vaccinated as a millionaire or not. And the same thing as Joe Blow, the teacher.
Yeah.
But and that choice. Yeah.
And Susie Q, the nurse.
Exactly. Yes. And Susie Q, the nurse. Because that is your choice. But there's consequences to your choice. Mr. Kyrie has money. He can quit and be set for the rest of his life. So he's taking the stance that I don't want to take the vaccine. So therefore, if I need to be vaccinated to play, then I guess I'm not playing. Cool.
That's right.
That's his choice.
His choice.
Joe Blow, Susie Q over here. You got that same choice, but there's also a consequence of you losing your job. And if they're saying that the whole state of California needs to be vaccinated in order to work anywhere, then where are you going to work at? You got to work. So where are you going to work? And you're not going to get unemployment.
And New York said the same thing.
So where are you going to work? It's the choice of either not working and working. Then I'm going to choose work. I'm going to choose work. There's nothing that happened to people who have been vaccinated. All of us have been vaccinated. But again, I'm not telling you to be vaccinated. That is your choice.
Right.
That's your choice.
That's your choice. But when you can't get in places.
Right. Don't be mad.
Don't be mad.
Nope.
Don't be mad.
Yep. Do not be mad. Because you can't, you're not vaccinated. You can't get in. You can't go over here. You can't get in the store. You can't go to the courts. You can't do nothing. You can't do anything.
As you know it now. It's going to change.
Yep. So, it's your choice. It's your choice. I didn't think that I had a rant, but I had forgot I did have a rant when I started talking about going to the comedy show. So, I asked a friend, and I'm sorry, friend, that I'm not saying your name, but you know who you are. I am the type of person that I'm a loner. Like, I will go wherever I gotta go by myself for the reason that I don't want to have to wait for nobody. I don't want to wait for somebody to tell me if they're gonna go or do something. I don't want to be bothered with nothing. When I make my mind up that I'm going to go do something, that's what I'm going to do. Now, if you find out that I'm going to do something, you say you want to go, that's different.
Right.
So I asked a friend if she wanted to go to the show for Ewanda's show on Sunday.
Okay.
And because Ewanda had asked me to ask her to go, if she wanted to go. So I kind of paused because I was like, you know what? I already know I was going by myself, or my guy was going to go with me, but he was working. So I just knew, okay, if he don't go, I'll just go by myself. Mm-hmm. So I asked the person, and they said, I'll let you know. After asking me all these different questions and this and that and this and that and this and that, okay, I'll let you know. I said, all right, cool. I'm the type of person, when you say you let me know, I'm not going to call you back. You supposed to be letting me know something, right?
Right.
So I didn't call back. It was nothing said. Still, nothing said. The person ain't even said nothing at all yet. And I ain't said nothing. I just, whatever. But see,
you never got the call back.
Never got the call back. Still waiting for the call back. I done went, had a good time, by myself, cool, I'm good to go. But my rant is, these people, or this person and people in general, when you go somewhere and you don't ask them to go, then they be saying, you should have asked me to go. You should have. Why did they call me and ask me to go? I would have went with you.
Let me tell you what you should have did. Just called Ewanda and said, listen, I ain't heard back. Can I call Mary?
Right.
Let me see if Mary want to go, because I didn't hear back from, Susie Q.
Man.
Girl, shit, I would have been dressed. I would have drove to your house. We could have rode together.
You know what? And I should have just called you and said, do you want to go?
Shit.
I got to stop. Unfortunately, I have friends that have kids that at their old ass age. Yeah, I said it. y'all got kids, and y'all 50 years old, and y'all got little kids, and y'all can't go nowhere. Okay, cool. I understand that.
Margot, I don't have a problem.
Between you and my other girlfriend, Marsha, y'all the ones that I need to call because y'all be ready to roll.
Okay, we should be on speed dial.
Right. Like I'm not dealing with y'all. I'm not dealing with y'all no more. I'm not asking nobody, do you want to go? Because you always want to go, but then when it's time to go, you can't go. So don't ask me when I say that I went somewhere and then you see me take a picture and be like, oh, why you could, girl, I would have went with you. You should have called me and told me. You always.
Next time your dude can't go, your fiance.
I got you.
You better call me.
I got you. Y'all hear that?
I'm going.
I was like, I'm bouncing. I'm out of here. I can't. I'm out. I'm about to go. I'm about to be sitting here by myself, which I don't like to go out and sit by myself. But I was by myself and I felt pretty fine. I was like, all right, cool. Had my drink. Had my chicken wings. I was good to go. Had a good little seat. I was good to go. So that's my rant. I'm now that I am growing up, I'm not thinking about nobody else. I'm not gonna say, oh, when I know that you're not gonna go. That's the thing. When I know you're not gonna go, I'm not going to ask you to go anywhere. I'm not going to invite you anywhere, because it's a whole lot of logistics that you have to deal with, and then you don't get back. And I
know, Margot, I know you understand that.
Okay.
You understand that.
I understand it. That's not my life, though. I ain't never had to be my life. So, I'm like, when I'm ready to go, I just get up and I go. But you can't do that. So, hey, I have Mary and I'm going to have Marsha on speed dial because Marsha said the same thing. Marsha like, I could have went with you.
I know Marsha too. Yeah. Look, I buy my own goddamn ticket. Just let me know. I meet you at your house and ride. Marsha can meet you at your house. We all ride.
Okay, we out. Where we going?
Yeah.
Where we going?
Yeah. When fiance can't go, oh, we with you. Bro.
Okay, we rolling. So everybody hear that? I have canceled people. I have canceled flakers. I've canceled the flakers.
Look, and you ain't even got to give me a 2-day notice or nothing. You can call me in 2 hours.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Let's go. We casual or what? We casual. We got to dress up. What is it? Okay, cool. I'll be there in a minute.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's all we need. That is all we need. So, see, I'm glad I brought that up because I know I got Mary and Marsha in my Rolodex. Okay. Like, let's roll out. We gotta go.
We would have had a good fucking time.
Okay. We really would have.
That's fun.
So, in my reality shows, the two that I watch a lot of them, but the two that I've been talking about, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they have wrapped. They had their, let me tell you, Andy Cohen, I need to talk to you.
Uh-oh.
They gonna say, this is the first of a four-part reunion show. 4 parts?
For one show?
For one show. For the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they got a 4-part reunion show. Why? It started off with just being the hour, and then they would go off. Now they started the 2, the 3, now they got a 4-part. So I'm like, okay, why? What are we talking about?
I didn't know that.
Right. So, of course, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is where my girl Erica Jane is, and that's the one that was married to the judge, and they're trying to people on Twitter, those ladies that's on there are all condemning her like she actually did the act of what her husband is being convicted for. It's not even cool. I'm like, why are y'all interrogating this lady like she was the one who did it? She didn't do it. She was married to him. He's
I mean, and what if people hear that stuff and then try to come up with charges on her?
Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. Her attorneys are fighting people back because the way that they're twisting stuff is like she knew about it. She was like, I didn't know anything. And then the questions that y'all asking me, half of the shit I can't even talk about because I'm in the middle of a lawsuit.
You know what? I want to bring something to your attention. Remember Madoff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He went to jail. His wife didn't go to jail.
Nope. Not at all.
Remember that?
And they didn't question her. I didn't hear nothing about her. They didn't know. She didn't know what was going on.
I think it was the son that turned him in or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
The company or whatever and stuff like that. Nothing happened to the wife?
No. She didn't know nothing about what he was doing.
Nothing. She knew about what was going on in that office and what he was doing, scheming in people and stuff like that. Although some of those people were their friends. But, I mean, they didn't discuss business with her.
No, that's the wife. Like, she don't work there. She don't know the business there. Even though they got her saying, on one of the housewife shows, like one of the episodes, she was like, oh yeah, I go up there all the time and, I know what's going on, around here, with the inner workings because I used to work as a secretary or whatever. That don't mean nothing. She don't know nothing. She don't know what's really happening behind. She knows what he allows her to see.
That's right.
So,
but the other people in the office allow her to see.
Exactly. So why are y'all crucifying this lady? I really don't get it. So it was a lady on Twitter, and she was like, oh, I know Erica Jane don't have no fans. And I really wanted to say something, but I'm like, I just put like a laughing emoji, like this lady laughing. I was like, y'all crazy. First of all, it's a reality show. It is a real situation that's happening with this lady. But how do y'all even know? I'm a fan of Erica Jane. Erica Jane ain't in my book until if it come out that she was with him the whole time and she was conspiring because they tried to bring her. Well, why did you get $20 million? I think it was $20 million in your account. Like how he put, because they have records of him putting $20 million into her account, which was a LLC account. That man made money. That was his wife. If he put money into her company, do you think that she's asking, where did you get this $20 million from?
No, because he was a rich guy. That's why she married him.
Yes. And she was married to that man for 20-something years. It wasn't like she was married for 2 years and then this happened. She was married a long time. And then the guy, Andy Cohen had said, well, you said that he cheated on you. Why didn't you leave then? The same reason women don't leave their man. She said, because I had nothing. I didn't have anything.
And just because he cheated on me, was I supposed to leave?
Right.
Because you think I was supposed to leave?
Right. You know that happens all the time. They stay with their man. They know that she done seen pictures. She said he had a flip phone. And there was a lady that had a no shirt on. Her breast was showing the picture. And so she said something to her that she was like, put them titties up or something. She texts back. Them damn titties out of here. But she had a plan. Like, she knew you with this rich guy you didn't spend all these years with. So she had a plan. This is me talking. I don't know what she had, but it just looks like she had a plan. She turned herself into. She's also a singer. I don't think she knows how to sing, but she's an entertainer. I put it that way.
Yeah, they still be trying to be a singer.
Yes, she's an entertainer, so she dances and sings and stuff like that. So she figured out her niche and what she can do and what she was good at, and she utilized the money of her husband that makes a lot of money, and he poured money into her projects, and that built up who she was. Where she was doing concerts and everything, and then she ended up being on. She went to New York. And she was in a play. Oh, dang it! It's a very famous play. I can't even think of it right now. Cats? Is it? No, not Cats. Cats. It's not Cats. It's the one that everybody is in.
Was it Wicked?
No. Whoopi Goldberg was in it. They play like the salon owner or something. Oh shoot. Hold on, because it's gonna mess me up. Erica Jane and New York play. New York. I'm glad. I can't believe. I can't think of it. She's on Chicago.
Okay.
She was Roxy Hart in Chicago. And her husband didn't even come to see her when she was on. Nope. No, he didn't come. And so Andy was saying, I found it really weird when you said that he didn't come. She said, I was covering. And she was. She was like, well, she wrote a book. And she said that he asked in one of their interviews, did he read it? Did he read your book? And she was like, no. She's like, nobody in my family has read the book. And he's like, well, she's all in the book. She was like, yeah, but he hasn't read it. And then the same thing that about being on in Chicago. She's like, no, he was out of town and this, that, whatever. She said, but he was right in D.C. and he didn't come and see her show. She said, but at the time, she's saving face. Like, she's just trying to save face. Like, she's not going to be like, oh, he's right over there. I don't know why he here. Or I don't know why he didn't read my book. She's trying to save face for the questions. That's just the human reaction. I'm going to save face. I'm not going to down my husband on TV right now. Yeah. Just like, I'm pissed, but I'm not about to show y'all that I'm pissed.
Right.
So, I wish they just would leave her alone. I really wish they would leave her alone and let her live her life.
And you know what? And it's to me, that's kind of a sad story. At least she was doing some things, like you said, she was starring in Chicago and everything like that. And, she wrote a book and everything.
Yeah.
It's so sad that the man that she had married with his old ass, he didn't even care enough to come to the show.
Nope.
He did not read the book. It's just like, really?
Yeah.
Really? You see, that's what I mean by, all money and good money.
Right.
Because the bottom line is you still don't have that somebody there.
Right.
That they give a damn.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's obvious that, he's going around and dating other women or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, you may be kind of oblivious to it, or whatever, but it's like, still he's your husband. He needs to remain respectful. And if he does not want to do the appearances and stuff like that, I wouldn't cover for his ass.
Nope.
I would just say, I don't know where he is. I don't know why he's not here.
Right.
But you know what? This is about me.
It's about me. So leave me alone. And the bad part is that he is old right now. So because y'all can't go after Tom Girardi, the man that actually did this stuff, y'all going after her because she is the one that can talk. Because right now he's living in a senior living home and he's acting like he has dementia and he don't remember nothing. So
that that's how they get away with stuff.
Yeah, just like, oh, I'm gonna play crazy. So while he playing crazy, she left with the bad. She left with the question. She left with all of this stuff that has nothing to do with her. Like she didn't do it. She wasn't there. She don't know what happened.
And I'm sure she got a good attorney too that's gonna prove it.
So that's that. And then the Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm just getting tired of them because they act like there were the two people. Candace, I want her to go. I'm tired of her.
Oh, wow.
She acts like a 2-year-old. They throwing salad at each other. She's talking about people with your mama low budget and this and that, and I'm like, where are we? Why are we there? But her husband, he's a white guy. I can't think of his name, but he pulled her. He said, let's go. We going outside because she was yelling at the girl Mia. The new girl, Mia, she need to probably be off the show too. I don't like her antics. I don't like how she roll either. But she doesn't deserve what Candace is giving her. It's not fair. And the husband pulled Candace outside. He was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" She can't just say anything to me and then don't think that I'm gonna react. No, but she's doing the same. You're saying stuff to her and she's reacting. And she saying to you, and you reacting. But both of y'all is way over 50. No, I know they're not. But y'all old. And why one person can't be like, you know what? I'm cool. Whatever you talk about, I ain't about to be going back and forth because I'm not about to look like an idiot, which y'all both look like on this TV. Mm-hmm. So the husband checked her or whatever, and so she kind of calmed down. She did kind of talk to Mia, but then they went out to eat, and he had to pull her again. To the point where he had to walk outside. He trying to, because she was going back and forth with another wife. I can't even think of her name. That's crazy that I can't think of her name because that's my girl. But she was going back and forth with her, and because she has a white husband, and so she was saying, "Oh well, you know, you and my husband and your husband don't get along," and the husband's like, "No. I really never had any bad words to say about your husband. Your husband seemed not to like me." And he said, well, it's because your wife turns around and say that my husband is a slave owner. And so she was like, well, yeah, I did say that. And so she said, oh, so now I'm a slave? I'm a slave? Oh, okay. I got you. I got you, Candace. All right, cool. And so Candace getting all extra heated because Ashley, that's her name. Ashley is going back and forth with her, but Ashley was like just throwing it. Like she wasn't raising her voice or nothing. She was like, you said this, you said that, and then Candace is going crazy. Her husband is pulling her arm, like, calm down. Like, I ain't calm down. He's like, come on, let's just go outside. I ain't going outside, flinching and flailing her arms. And he let her go. He let her go, and he stood up. He walked out. And they was like, no, Chris, don't leave. And he just need air. He said, because I'm tired of this shit. Like, I'm tired of having to sit here and calm you down. You like a little chihuahua. And it's ridiculous. And it's so...
Imagine living with somebody like that.
He gonna leave her. He's gonna... I seen him on TikTok. He came across my TikTok. And she was singing the song, because she's supposed to be a singer too. And she sound like she come from 1980s. So he's making, because he's a cook. So he was making something. And I was like, I don't like Chris. So I was about to, put him on my little put a little heart on his to like his. And then I heard the song, and then I looked down, and it said was Candace was singing. I was like, swipe. I don't want to hear it.
Did you really?
I sure did. I don't even want to hear your song. I don't want to hear your voice. If he can be on there without your situation, then I would have liked this thing. But I was like, because of her, I don't want to see nothing that she in other than what I'm watching. But I hope, because people like drama anyway, but it's nasty drama, it's dumb drama, it's petty drama. Like it's other ways to have drama, right? Not like that. So
and it's so funny, how men, back in the day, men just say, just stop nagging all the time, telling wives, sorry, you just being a nag, you nag all the time or whatever. When you talk about them, that's what she reminds me of, somebody that's been nag
every single thing.
I wouldn't be able to just argue like that. I just couldn't. Mm-mm. To where my husband had to say, come on, stop it, whatever. And you're just like a little chihuahua. Oh my God. Yeah. Lady, find something to do so you don't have that kind of energy.
Right.
Fussing at people and causing big scenes like that and stuff. Sit down somewhere. That, to me, that is so petty. And it's not cute, and it's not ladylike to me.
It's not.
At all. You know what I mean? All that dramatics. I mean, save that crap, man. It's just like, stop it already. It's just like, ugh. And it makes me feel like they do all that, just to, I don't know, get the audience going, I guess, and to keep up with them, or they're so mad or whatever. It's just like you're just making a fool out of yourself. Yeah. Just stop it.
You look really stupid.
And the other person just talking and you just going off.
You're going off. You look crazy because you're older. Now, I would expect this from a junior high school, not even a high school person, a junior high school person, but elementary. But you a grown ass woman trying to be a singer and doing all this and doing all that. No, stop. You need to stop. So, I'm good on. I hope she goes away. Please, please go away. All right, y'all. So we are actually at the end of our show. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm waiting for the Geek Squad. I'm on hold with the Geek Squad virtually.
You've been on hold with them since I got on with you.
I'm on a virtual hold. They said it would take about 2 hours from the time I called. And
are they like 24/7?
Yeah. They said, what's the latest?
I don't like them.
They said, what's the latest we can call you? And I said, 10 o'clock. So I guess they're waiting until 10 o'clock to do so. So, because Mary can't see me because I did a reset on my computer. Not a reset, but they do the updates. And that's why I don't like to do updates. Because it messed up something. So it messed up my internal computer, my internal camera. So I can't see through that. And then I can't see through my external camera. I don't know what it did. So hopefully they can fix it. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening and supporting our podcast. And we will be here next week.
Next week. You guys be safe out there. Have a great weekend.
Yep. Take care.
Bye-bye.